It is Philly Chevy Giant. It is Gordon Chevrolet on the Boulevard and Bustleton. And as Steve likes to say,
in the far northeast.
And ladies and gentlemen, here at Gordon Chevrolet, guess what, Steve? This is a brand new month. And here's what I know. Last month was absolutely, positively spectacular. Talking about everything but the kitchen sink. Last month, you threw everything at the kitchen sink at the people with opportunities to get a car. But here's what I know. This is a new month today. This is a new beginning, and I know that you are very excited because you said to me before we started today, Greg, wait until you hear what I am going to do for the folks between now and the 15th of the month. So, Steve, you know I hate surprises. You know the folks out there hate surprises. So, Steve, lay it on us and let us know what you are going to do for the folks between now and the 15th of the month here at Philly Chevy Giant, Gordon Chevrolet.
Well, first of all, I want to start off by not jinxing myself and starting off like we always start off, and we've been very successful starting this way.
All right, let's do it.
Just do the deal, Philly.
Now I feel like we're ready. We're ready
to do a deal, okay? Let me just go over what we traditionally always have, which is our credit amnesty.
Very big.
And everybody knows what the credit amnesty is. No matter what kind of credit you got, you come down to see us at Gordon Chevrolet, and we're going to do whatever we got to do to get you back on the road and get that credit being upside down, right side up. Same thing with your automobile, trade amnesty. Now, what I've got for a special only till Monday night at the 15th is going to prove and show how you're going to get out of your trade for no matter what you owe and get right side up, and also get you back on the road to where you're probably going to owe less on the car you take out of here.
Less?
You're going to owe less than rather before. When you buy a car, you don't put no money down, you kind of go out in negative equity because of the depreciation of the car. I'm going to take away all that depreciation myself in the very beginning and start you out at the depreciated price.
This sounds good.
And then you got trade amnesty, which is going to walk right into what I'm going to do now. Until the close of business on Monday, this is an absolutely bona fide true offer that we're coming up with until Monday night, and that's going to be 20%. 20%, and I couldn't do it on the whole model line like I like to. This is going to be 20% off the cars that I have the most of, and I've got 150 of them right now available. And that would be the 2017 Malibu LT.
Now, wait a minute. You said 20% off the 2017 Malibu.
Yes. 20% off.
Steve, if it's a 30, Kevin, 20% off.
20% off. How are we doing that? I mean, last month we gave away everything. I mean, we gave away so many gifts and so much money. It was
barbecues.
Unbelievable. How are we doing?
Porty pods.
There's been a rise in barbecues in the Philadelphia area since the last promotion.
Everybody's barbecuing on Gordon Chevrolet. Everybody's barbecuing. We're going to give 20% off, Kevin. Let me tell you what that's going to help you do. No matter what, somebody comes in on a Malibu LT 2017 model up until only Monday night. And I couldn't do it on all models. It's such a stupendous offer that you got to get here, and you got to get here now at 20% off. For instance, if you looked at a $28,000 Malibu, you're looking at a $6,000 to $7,000 discount and rebates and everything else that goes along with it. That's huge. Now watch what that does for you. Now the bank looks at the deal and goes, we can absolutely give you the best interest rate possible.
How can that be?
Based on your credit, because you're putting down so much money, and you're getting so far below what we call the factory invoice. Absolutely. These deals are going to be bought with no risk to the bank whatsoever, and we're able to put more on the car. We can use that money to put extra on the trades to get you out. We can use it as cash down. It's by far the best offer that I've come up with in the 5 years that I've been here at Gordon Chevrolet.
Well, I mean, I'll tell you what, on an LT, which is the nicer Malibu, I mean, 20% off is a humongous discount. You're absolutely right. It's going to eat up negative equity. It's going to make it look great to the bank. They should be able to buy these deals with absolutely no problem.
And a low monthly payment.
Absolutely. I mean, even the people with a little bit damaged credit, we're probably going to be able to put them in even a nicer car than they expect to get when they come in here, because we're going to have this great offer. I mean, I'm with you, Steve. I love it.
So 20% off the 2017 Chevrolet Malibu LT. It's that simple.
And here's how easy it is. You walk up to the sticker, you take the sticker price, minus 20%, and that's where we start.
Start?
That's where we start.
You mean there could be more? Kevin,
Starting to get a little nervous.
He better roll those sleeves. He better roll those sleeves up a little bit more, Steve.
Roll the sleeves up a little bit. We're going to sell some Malibus come the next 4 or 5 days. I can promise.
So 20% off is where you're going to start. That's where the conversation starts.
That's where the conversation starts. You go up to that sticker, you pick out your Malibu, you sit at the desk, 20% off. That's where Kevin's going to start his deal. And then we look at the trade, and we look at your payments, and anything else that you want to put on the car.
So really what we're talking about is the 20% discount on the 2017 Chevrolet Malibu LT. Yep. So if someone is, say, upside down in their trade currently, that 20% savings is going to help take that upside down situation and turn it right side up.
Somebody comes in with a car that say is worth $9 to $10 grand, and they get up to $8,000 off the new car. You take the $8,000, you push it over to the trade, and they owe $18,000 in trade. Now guess what they owe? They don't owe anything on the trade. Nothing do they owe on the trade.
Wow.
Now we're starting from manufacturer suggested retail, and from there. Now, if they want to complimentary put a little bit of money down, we're not opposed to cash here at Gordon Chevrolet. If they want to put that,
you're not allergic to that, Steve?
We're not allergic to cash. In fact, Ben Franklin, I happen to know him personally. I love the guy. I just don't have a lot of the guy. I hope someday I will, but right now I don't. But we love Ben Franklin here, and we start the deal from there. So if you're looking for a new car for the spring and summer and getting out of what you're driving right now, there is no better time that if you're going to get approved on a car deal, this is the time you're going to get approved. Just come on down and start with the Malibu LT. And like Kevin said, it's the nicer one of the two we got.
Well, most of the time, dealers make some kind of crazy offer, and it's their lowest price model. It's got no air conditioning, roll-up windows, stripped down, stick-shift transmission. This is not only one of the nicer vehicles; it's the nicer version of the nicer vehicle. So yeah, this is an incredible offer.
And it's fully equipped, not stripped, and I have a ton of LTs. That's why I did the LTs. We have very few LSs because that's what everybody has to buy, but that's what people can afford. You can now afford the better of the models, which is the LT.
Now, I got a question for both of you. Okay. Over there, I saw in the showroom, I see a plethora of Chevrolet Trax vehicles.
Yes.
And I thought I saw a sticker with like a really low number. Matter of fact, it was so low, I'm like almost afraid to say it. So, Steve, you know that vehicle over there we were talking about, or actually looking at? Yeah. Is that number right on that, Kevin? Is that
what it is? With $999, let's call it $1,000. With $1,000 down. Now, listen, most dealers will tell you, hey, your payment's this, and on the fine print they have, you got to put down $4,500 to get to this payment. With $999 down, which is let's call it $1,000, your payment on the Trax for 3 years is $129 a month.
$129.
$129 with $1,000 down, okay? And you got to put down your first payment up front. But other than that, it's $129 with $1,000 down plus your payment for a Trax. Now that's the newest sport utility that we have in the lineup in the Chevrolet, and let me tell you something, that car has been hot as a pancake. That car's been moving off this lot. We can't even keep them on the lot. I do have probably 20, 25 available to me that I can let go at that price, and I'm going to tell you something, for a sport utility, if you don't want a Malibu, obviously the Malibu is the better deal, but with the Trax being a sport utility for $129, everybody can afford $129 with only $1,000 down plus payment.
All right, so what do you think of that, Kevin?
That's an incredible offer. I mean, we do sell an awful lot of Trax. It is one of our hottest sellers. I mean, it is a brand new SUV, just like Steve said. So I think that's fantastic. I'll tell you what, I got guys lining up over here. Let me give you.
I just have one more question for you. When it comes to trade amnesty, when it comes to credit amnesty, you know where I'm going with this, Steve? Yeah. Where it comes to making your payment for an entire year. When it comes to the 20% off the Chevrolet Malibu LT 2017, or you can also take advantage of the Chevrolet Trax for $129 a month with $1,000 down. Absolutely. What do you think Steve would say to that, Kevin?
I would think that Steve would probably say, just do the deal, Philadelphia.
But that's not how he says it, though.
Just do the deal, Philadelphia.
And do me a favor, on your way, I'll hit that gong.
No problem.
So Steve, he's coming around. All right, all right.
Hey, guys, what do we say at Gordon Chevrolet? Just do the deal!
I got to tell you, Steve, right now here at Philly Chevy Giant Gordon Chevrolet, I mean, think about it. So many brand new Malibu LTs. I mean, this is a great opportunity because like Kevin said and you said, normally when you talk about a special vehicle, a lot of times, in most cases, not always, but in some cases, it's the base model. Yep. This is not the base model. This has a lot of features in it. It's the LT. You're talking about a deep discount. For example, if you're talking about a $30,000, let's just make this up as a number, a $30,000 vehicle all of a sudden you're talking about 20% off of that. You're talking about, right off the bat, you're talking about $6,000 right from the beginning. Right from the beginning, before you discuss anything else. That is incredible.
And it could be as high as $8,000 depending on the particular vehicle you pick out, because it's 20% off. And the Malibus go from $25,000, $26,000 all the way up to $33,000, $35,000. You get 20% off of $35,000. It'll be a lot more than 20% off a $26,000 vehicle, because it's a percentage of.
I've never heard of an offer with 20% off of a top-of-the-line vehicle from a lineup. Steve, 20%, I mean, I keep saying it because I'm like trying to wrap my hand around how big of a deal this is to the folks at home. 20% off, you factor that in with a credit amnesty, you factor it in with a trade amnesty, and all these problems that people may have had all of a sudden kind of go away, Steve. 20% off the Malibu. That's incredible, the LT.
You're exactly right. Absolutely.
Now let's talk about this. Steve, there are people that maybe they realize that they are currently in a bad situation. Maybe they're upside down in their trade, okay? Maybe they are, having some credit issues from the past. Maybe they had a loss of a job in the past or something like that. How can this 20% really make their situation a lot more attractive when they come here, talk to you guys, and then you present it to the banks? How can that 20% off really help them in a real positive way?
Well, again, let's go back to the original theory, is that anytime somebody that has a little bit of tough credit and had a couple problems throughout their life, come into a car store, and even if they don't have a trade, we don't have to worry about over allowance on a trade or them owing them more money than what it is. They come in.
Steve, I'm sorry to interrupt. I'm sorry to interrupt. I got a customer here, and I need your help on it. He bought a Camaro just over a year ago. He realizes that it's probably not the right kind of car for somebody that's got a family. Ooh. His wife's mad. He needs out of this car.
How long ago did he buy it?
It's about 11 months ago.
Oh, my God. And it looks like he rolled another car into the loan.
The payoff's right over here.
Holy smoly. He got a payoff of $34,000 on a car worth $18,000. He's $16,000.
It's a nice trade, though. It's low miles.
Will he take a car that we pick out for him?
He needs to. He needs to. He made the wrong choice.
A family car. How about a nice Malibu LT?
Hey.
Okay. And he can get something as nice as his Camaro. He can pick out something for $30,000, $32,000, $33,000.
LT?
Yeah, an LT.
Better wheels?
Right. Better everything. We're going to have probably $8,000 or $9,000 to put on top of the 18. Now we're at 27. Now you're only rolling $6,000 or $7,000. And if I come up with a little something out of my pocket, put a little bit more on his trade, we can get out of this thing even Steven.
Okay.
And he's out. His wife's happy. There's room in the back seat for the family. All right, you don't have to worry about the kids be sitting there like this. Oh my God, daddy, 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 daddy. Okay? All right.
Steve, it almost sounds like you've been there before.
Telling you what, I have been, all right, trying to drive all these sports cars. I had my kids in a Corvette one time with the hatch.
Whoa.
All right? And then the wife goes, what are you doing? They're not belted in, Steve. Hi, they're enjoying themselves, honey. Don't worry, look at them. Hey, kids, you love it? Yeah, hey, Dad, you're beautiful. I'd put them in that Malibu, everything will be good.
Okay, did I ring the gong?
Hit it, Kevin, hit it.
Let's get this. Hey, guys, what do we say at Gordon Chevrolet? Just do the deal!
I got to tell you, that is a great example of how that 20%.
That's going to work.
I mean, that just took a situation that probably without it
would have been ugly.
You probably couldn't have almost done it.
Right, it would have been ugly. We've done them in the past, but again, and I've told people from doing this program for now a year and a half with you that the discounts, what we like to refer to as trunk money, money that we've got from the manufacturer in our back pockets, that we can use all this money to get people out of their trades and get them back to level. This is another perfect example of how we take the 20% and put it towards reduce the price of the car for the customer, put it in their trade, or give it to them in cash, any way they want it.
I mean, I got to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, right now, if you've even been thinking about an automobile, and regardless of your situation, maybe your credit's been a little banged up, maybe you owe too much on your trade. Obviously, all the time, trade amnesty and credit amnesty have always been terrific helps. But now, actually, Steve, if you think about it this way, those programs have actually been propped up with this 20% off the Chevrolet Malibu LT, because those programs have always been fantastic. But with that 20% off the Chevrolet Malibu LT, my goodness, this is like these programs on steroids almost. You know what I'm saying?
Well, this program is designed for one person and one person in mind. That's Frugal Freddy.
Frugal Freddy.
Frugal Freddy. So I'm going to tell you now, Martha, if you're sitting on the couch right now with Frugal Freddy, and he said, I can't buy a car this year for you, honey, because there's nothing out there, it's all too expensive, I can't afford it. You give him the elbow and say, honey, I'm getting $6,000 to $8,000 off at Gordon Chevrolet. I'm going down to see Steve, and we've got $6,000 to $8,000. If you can't afford a car, I'll never get one, because this is the time that Frugal Freddy is going to be able to buy a car. Martha, just give him the nudge and bring him on down.
So the question I have for you, Steve, is what does Frugal Freddy say to the 20% off the 2017 Chevrolet Malibu LT?
Steve, I'm just going to do the deal.
I like Frugal Freddy. I like that.
I like Frugal Freddy.
Steve, you never cease to amaze us. Come on over here, bro.
Okay. Oh, I had. Did I hear this right? A Trax $129 a month?
Yes.
I got Miss Smith here right now. She's looking for an SUV. She needs an SUV. Sits up higher because her back's giving her problems. And I thought I just heard you say that, so I had to run over here to confirm that. $129 a month on the Trax.
That too. Let me just go over something that's $129 with $1,000 down.
She has the money down.
She's $5,500 upside down in her trade. Now here's what we're going to do. And that's her over there with her 2 kids right now. How you doing? You're about to get the deal of a lifetime, okay? I want you to tell everybody. Here's what we're going to do on that trade. Pay off her trade. Keep her at the $129. And get $1,000 down. Now, if she don't want to put the $1,000 down, if she don't have it, and I can see her over there already going, okay, add the $1,000. It's not going to be much, maybe $20 a month, maybe $30 extra a month, so it'll be $129, be $159, no money out of her pocket, just the first payment, and pay off her trade. Merry Christmas.
And Happy New Year.
And Happy New Year. All right? Hey, Brian.
Just do the deal.
Hit the gong for that.
Hit the gong.
Hey, guys, what do we say at Gordon Chevrolet? Just do the deal!
Steve, I got to tell you, when the guys first heard about this promotion, or when you tell them about it, what do you think they're going to say to this? I mean, that's going to make their life really easy, because obviously people love the idea of taking some money off. And a lot of times you might get excited with 5 or 10% off. But you're talking not 5, not 10, not 15, but 20% off a 2017 Chevrolet Malibu LT. Talk about a right car, right discount. Boy, everything is just lining up right now between now and the 15th here at Philly Chevy Giant.
We've been shooting this commercial now how long? 15 minutes? 20 minutes maybe?
We've been here for a few minutes, yes.
I'm listening to the background. That phone is lighting up right as we speak right now.
Yeah.
That phone is lighting up. I'm telling you, we're getting call after call after call. I see the operator over there going crazy, taking the calls. I see all the salespeople on the phones calling their customers, letting them know that if we couldn't make that deal last month, this is the month we can make it with that kind of money off.
Oh, yeah, no question about it. So if your situation was really tight last month and it was iffy, this month it's going to happen. There's no question about it.
If you can't buy a car this month and get a brand new Malibu LT and take it home, then you can't buy a car.
Steve, what made you come up with this promotion? I mean, this is an innovative promotion. 20% off the Chevrolet Malibu LT. What caused you to come up with it? I mean, this is really out of the box because it's one of the top lines of the Malibu, okay? It's a very desirable car, and 20% off. I mean, that's a big number.
That's a huge number. That's I just thought about it. I said, listen, I can't do every car, obviously, at 20% off, because at that number, it's very, very limited. But what do I have the most of? This promotion is going to do what I think it's going to do. I need a lot of cars. The cars that I have the most of are Malibus. I've got 150 available between coming in and on the ground. That should be well enough to suffice me till Monday the 15th and be able to sell a lot of cars, and everybody can pick one.
And what's great about this promotion is when it comes to Malibus, you sell them like hotcakes anyway, so now you're really going to sell them.
We're going to really sell them. That's been our core vehicle, and I'm telling you now, this vehicle is going to take off by the 15th.
I can see Phil looking over here, wanting the committees jumping in. I think you need some help. You need some help.
Absolutely. I have a young lady over here. She has a vehicle, Ford Focus, that she's flipped in. Basically, she has a little negative equity behind it. She wants to get into a Malibu, coincidentally, that you were just speaking of that. She wants to get into a Malibu, and she has $500 down.
Right. Well, the Malibu you got around is an LS, so you're going to have to bump her up. until the nicer one.
Hey, I don't think she's going to argue with that. She won't argue with that, will she, Philly Phil?
Not at all.
Less. She's going to go from $1,500 to $2,000 off the MSRP to probably $6,000 to $8,000 off the MSRP on the LT. That's the first thing. She owes a little bit more on her trade than what it's appraised for.
Okay.
So go over and tell Kevin at the desk to go ahead and even that trade out. Okay. All right? And then I'm looking at the bank. She's had a couple people that are looking at her but not looking at her. Right. I'm going to get on the phone right after I get off this right here. I'm going to make a call to the bank myself, but I would say get the car ready for delivery. She's going to be an owner of the car. All right? And tell her to pick out one of the gifts we have too, which are TVs, grills, and anything else that we got out there.
Oh, you're including them too?
We're including those.
Steve, you didn't tell us that.
Oh, yeah.
So wait a minute. 20% off the Malibu LT, trade amnesty, credit amnesty. We'll make your payment for TVs and grills, and the tracks for $129 a month.
Tracks for $129.
What do you think Steve's going to say to all that stuff there, by the way, Philly Phil?
I think he's going to say, just do the deal, Philadelphia.
All right, Phil, hit that gong, baby. Hit it. Hey.
Hey, guys, what do we say at Gordon Chevrolet? Just do the deal!
Ladies and gentlemen, if you were looking for an automobile, no need to look. Come right here to Philly Chevy Giant. Why? If you're upside down in your trade, no problem. Steve's got trade amnesty. If your credit's banged up, Steve's got credit amnesty. If you're looking to have a little relief for payments, he's got the payments for an entire year. You're looking to save some really big money, unheard of money, on a 2017 Chevrolet Malibu LT, 20% off. Steve, you've left nothing on the table this month.
Nothing at all. This May is going to be the biggest month we've had this year. Kevin's committed to it. Alex, Reggie, Dealin' Dave, the whole team has been committed to this sale we're going to have this month. It's going to be huge.
Now remember, ladies and gentlemen, you're saying, well, there's got to be a catch with all this stuff. Here's the thing. You've got to be here between now and the close of the business on the 15th. Why? Steve said that this offer is only going to be good on the Malibus until the 15th of the close of business. That's a Monday, right, Steve?
That's a Monday night.
So Monday night, the 15th, 9 o'clock, it's over.
It's over. I can't repeat it. This one I can't repeat.
So, ladies and gentlemen, if you love the idea of saving 20% off the 2017 Chevrolet Malibu, be here before Saturday, or actually Monday the 15th at 9 o'clock. Hey, how you doing there, Steve?
Hey, I'm doing pretty well.
Steve, what are you doing?
Hey, I have Mr. Smith at my desk. He has pretty rough credit. He's just trying to get in the vehicle, and he has a couple of dollars down.
Now, I ain't seen you on one of these shows in quite a long time. Where you been? You been on vacation, or what have you been doing? Or you been a little shy?
A little shy and just trying to get it done for the customers.
You don't have a lady chasing you, do you? And you don't want to have her see it on TV? You never know.
Steve, you have a pair of sunglasses? Maybe he needs
a pair of sunglasses and a top hat on him, yeah. This ain't really Steve Atkins, ladies. I just want you to know. It's his younger brother.
Yeah, Steve.
All right. So go over the scenario again. You know, between the jokes, I forgot. What do we got?
We have a customer. He's about a low 5 beacon score, looking to be under $300 a month. Have about $1,000 down, but he just got a repo a couple of months ago.
I can overcome the repossession. I got to get a story with the repossession, obviously, to let the bank know what happened.
Right.
I can see from some of this he was a co-signer on that loan with somebody, yes, and the car probably went back. I can overcome that. To get him to $300 a month on that particular car, that's going to be the tough part of it. I'm going to work to get him as close as I can to that $300. Okay. How much money down does he have?
$2,500.
He has $2,500 down. And trade?
He doesn't have a trade.
Doesn't?
Doesn't have a trade.
Okay. I would say, again, I hate to keep bringing up this car, but this is the car that if you want to get him a low monthly payment, right, even though the rate might be a tad bit higher, put him on the Malibu LT. I got $6,000 to $8,000, right, $2,500, which gives me now $85,000 to $10,000. I got any bank in the world that will listen to that deal, only because that car will be bought so inexpensively. There's no risk whatsoever for a bank to pick up that loan and put that gentleman in the car, because he does have a lot of time on the job, a lot of stability. He's been in his house for 27 years. He's been on his job for 17 years. He's not going anywhere. I can sell this deal to the bank. I can get him in a car, no problem at all, doing what I just tell you to do. If he'll take a Malibu LT, all right? If you can convince him of that, and it's a nice car, it's the nicest Malibu we sell.
And not to interrupt, but that's with the repo too?
That's with the repossession.
Steve, that's pretty fantastic.
That's pretty fantastic. You're exactly right.
Steve, what do you think he's going to say to that?
Just do the deal, Philadelphia.
Or I think he needs to come join us more often.
I think he does. Well, you know why? Come on, let's just do the deal.
Come on, do it together. 1, 2, 3.
Just do the deal, Philadelphia.
All right, there you go. Hit that gong too, Steve. Hit that gong. There you go. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. Now we're talking.
Hey guys, what do we say at Gordon Chevrolet? Just do the deal!
Here's what you've decided to do between now and the 15th of May. That's Monday night, the 15th at 9 p.m. Steve, it is unprecedented. Tell the folks at home what you've decided to do when it comes to a 2017 Chevrolet Malibu LT. They're just joining us.
We're going to take 20% off the MSRP of the automobile. We're still going to do trade amnesty. We're still going to do credit amnesty. And I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to be on the showroom floor for this sale.
You're going to be here?
I'm going to be here myself. If you don't get the deal you want, or you feel you need more for your trade, your payment is not where you want it to be, the bank's requiring too much cash down, you ask for me. I'll be on the showroom floor. You'll know who I am. Call me over.
You won't be in disguise. You won't have a ball hat on or sunglasses,
No.
golf shirt or something?
Yeah, and a fake beard and all that other stuff, all right? I'm going to be here. Call me over. I'll get involved in the deal personally, and if that deal can be made, I'll make it.
Now, Steve, I got to ask you this question. What you just said, I'm kind of laughing at it, you know, that you're going to be on the showroom floor. But, Steve, that's really unusual. I mean, if somebody's never has met you before, you were at this dealership, you're walking around on the floor, you're engaged with the customers. You're not hiding, you know, in another office. You're on the showroom floor,
Right here.
and you're working with the people.
I'm working with the people, and I feel that's the, you know, again, I started in the business, 40 years ago, and that's what we did. Owners of dealerships, and I wasn't an owner back then. I was just like I was selling cars, and I worked my way up to working the desk and closing car deals and doing everything else. But back then, I remember the owner being in full view of his office on the showroom floor, and you'd see him right there. And if you had a problem or if you had something you wanted taken care of, he wasn't upstairs and you had to go through 40 secretaries to get to him. You could walk right in his office. And that's the way I am. My office is right here on the showroom floor. You just ask for me, and the young lady at the desk will get me, and I'll come right out here and talk to you and help you handle any problems that you might have. The biggest thing is I want to be able to help people get into cars and be able to call these banks.
Steve, if somebody is watching this program right now and they think that their situation cannot be overcome, maybe they've been here, maybe they've been there, maybe they've got something in their mind. If they're watching this program right now and they think that their situation cannot be overcome, talk to them and tell them why they need to give you a shot.
If you've been everywhere in town, and you've been to this dealership, that dealership, and this dealership, and you've gotten 3 or 4 places to tell you they can't do the deal, you come down here and see me, and I'm going to tell you, I'm going to get the deal done. I'm going to call the bank, and if I get, at this store, we're probably somewhere between, I haven't looked it up in a month or two, but 78 to 82% approval rate.
That's pretty good.
78 to 82% of the people that come into the store, we do get approved somehow, some way, either by getting them in the right car that they need to be in, getting more money for their trade, getting the bank to maybe push a little bit on the deal and say, hey, listen, I'm going to get you a little bit more money from the bank. Somehow, some way, we're going to put that extra effort in to show you that I want to earn your business. I don't expect you to just come in here and buy a car. I want to earn your business at whatever payment, whatever you've had in mind. And everybody comes in with something in mind. They either need this for their car. They want to be at this payment. They only got this amount of money down. Any one of the criteria that you want to pick, I'm going to work hard to get you the deal that you want.
So, Steve, if they get here between now and the 15th of the month, that's Monday night the 15th, if they're looking for trade amnesty, what does Steve say to that?
Just do the deal.
If they're looking for credit amnesty between now and the 15th at 9 o'clock, what does Steve say to that?
Just do the deal.
When it comes to making your payment for an entire year, what does Steve say to that?
Just do the deal.
You out of breath yet?
Not yet. Let's go.
When it comes to the 2017 Chevrolet Trax, put down $1,000 your payment, $129 a month for the next 3 years. What does Steve say to that?
Just do the deal.
And finally, the superstar of them all. A 2017 Chevrolet Malibu, not 1 in stock, not 5 in stock, not 15 in stock, but many in stock, right, Steve?
Yeah, absolutely.
And the best part is, how much off the brand new Malibu LT?
20% off any 2017 LT Malibu that I have in stock right now, and I've got 150 available. I've got 10 of each color. Every car you can think of with every configuration of options, just pick one out and bring it in, and we're going to give you 20% off.
And don't forget, every single purchase includes a gas grill or a large screen television. But remember, it absolutely, positively will end and will not be repeated on the 15th right here at Philly Chevy Giant. It's Gordon Chevrolet on the Boulevard in Bustleton in the Great Northeast. I'm Greg Hennis. That's Steve Silverio, and Steve will be waiting for you, and he'll be ready to say these magic words to you.
Philadelphia, just do the deal. Just do the deal.